Hi guys, I'm HexTrojan and you're watching Gaming Hexer, and welcome back to episode 8, I believe, of our survival series of Space Engineers. And I did say in this episode that I would be opening it up to public so that we might get a bit of action going on, and in preparation for that I've done a couple of things regarding the new update which had introduced remote control of things. So I've as you can see, I've put a camera there in front of the miner, and it has an antenna now and the rest of it. I think it had the antenna already, but and you can see the remote control block there on top. So now I can remotely control my miner from the safety of my base. So I can be here in my cockpit controlling the miner while my guns are there to give me warning if anyone's sneaking up on me or trying to get access. They want to sneak up behind me here, they're going to get shot by this turret here, and I've lifted the other turret up underneath us so that no one can come from the front. Right, basically also I've done one other thing which I'm going to show you now. If you haven't noticed already, floating out here just in front of us, I've made a little drone, because as and when people join the game I might want to be a bit nosy without having to leave the safety of my base there, and I'll just show you exactly what I've done. You've probably seen quite a few people working on these in other Let's Plays and on the workshop. Idea is pretty simple, just the basic directional thrusters, one for each direction, up, down, left, right, and obviously forwards and backwards. A camera on the front. I've only put the one camera on, could put a camera on the back, but I only intend on flying in one direction, so don't really mind just the one camera. I've put a little light here on front just to confuse people, maybe blind them a bit or something. Gyroscope, antenna, and most importantly, on behind that camera you can see the remote control block. And I've only just noticed right now how the camera sits on top of that. It sort of melded it into it quite nicely, into the structure of the remote control block. I think that's quite cool. So I'm going to quickly show you how that works. I've just noticed my inventory is full of nonsense, so I'm just going to quickly get rid of this stuff here. Oh, we have a lot of uranium. I don't know where I got that. Must have been from when I dug out earlier. Obviously I've made myself a gun as well in preparation of becoming a target. We get some gankers coming on and trying to be stupid and trying to ram us and stuff. I want to be ready for them, so I'd be ready for them. We shoot them, we'll do something with them. Right, so this is what we're going to do. Oh, first of all, I'm just going to show you, in case we do get any friendlies coming along, any friends joining and what have you. I go to factions. I've created a friend faction, basically where I'm the founder. Anyone who comes in, it'll automatically accept their requests, but I'll have to obviously confirm it still. If I tick this one, it will just confirm it automatically. We don't want to be doing that. I'd like to see a bit of action first, maybe a bit of fighting would be cool. Protecting our base. This base isn't the most secure base, but as you can see, they could come in the back here and they could pretty much do what they wanted. There's ways in, but I'd like for them to think that they're quite safe, to be honest, to the point when they get to here, in which case they won't be very safe anymore. So let's open this up and see where we go, and hopefully within the first 5 minutes we might see something. Right, so public, not just friends, everyone can come. I've done it at 10 players and don't let it get too crowded on the server. And I have put it in the description of the world when people go into the lobby and are searching for games that I am recording, so anyone who comes in will be well aware that we're recording and in joining the game accept that. Right, who's interested in seeing how this drone is working for us? I have tested it beforehand just to make sure I don't completely embarrass myself by missing out a thruster or something when I'm recording. That could be quite embarrassing. So here we go. Go into our K menu. I go to here. Drone. And for some reason my miner isn't showing up here. But that's fine, we'll work that out another time. Right, here we go. This blank space up here was actually the antenna, and I've just deleted the antenna name so it appears as a blank space. Remote control, we click on that and we go to control. Right, now I'm controlling it. But that's no good just controlling it like that. That's good to get an idea of what it looks like. That's quite fun to look at it like that. But what we want to do, I was considering putting a gun of some sort on it. I won't do that right now. I might do that with another one. I have an actual UAV sort of fighter, that'd be cool. If we go into the K menu again, now because I'm remotely controlling the drone, when I go into K menu this time, even though I'm sitting in this cockpit, it brings me to the control panel for the drone and not the control panel for the outpost. So if I click on the camera and go to view, now I'm in control of the drone and I'm viewing it as well, which is what we want. This is how we're gonna keep tabs on our base. I could even leave it off hanging out there in the distance, but if I was going to do that, so I could view the base from like in its entirety like that, but now if I was going to do that, I'd want to have a gun on it of some sort to protect it. But right now I'm happy with it the way it is. Oh, best do a bit of a clean up in there later. Right, it's a bit sensitive with the gyro. Maybe I could lessen that a bit. That might help. Down to maybe like 70%, 69%. Let's see if that helps me any. Stop me rolling a bit. It helps a little bit. It just feels a bit sluggish now, but it's still good. It's still fast enough. I think I'm just going to leave it the way it was, and hopefully someone will join our game, because we're lonely. We'd like some friends to play with, please. And again, it probably isn't the best time of day to be expecting people to join so readily. There we go, there I am in there. Oh yes, and I have my little spotlight. I have, as you can see, I have the camera and the spotlight set up to hotkeys, so I just go on my spotlight and I can just shine it on people. Probably be more apparent in a darker area here, a darker area. Here we go, there's our spotlight. Radio. Whoa, stop spinning. Yes, we all know that I could probably do with getting my pilot's license or something. Right, I am going to put this drone for now up and over, out of the way, just in case it's going to be blocking that turret's view of anything. Ooh. Most obvious way in that I obviously forgot about. We're going to fix that. It seems we're live and in a multiplayer scenario. I think we better fix that. Right, so there's T just to hop out of there, and you see it doesn't bring me out of the cockpit. Press T again, I'm out of the cockpit. So, have my lights switched on? Yes, I do. I might leave them on. Don't know if that will help when the video moves across to YouTube, whether having that light on might make it a bit easier to see what's going on. Right, let's fix that. Let's get us some steel plates. Just quickly while it's fresh in my memory, because someone will take advantage of that and sneak up on me and get in from my base that way. We'll say 1,000 just to make sure we seal it up proper like. Here we go. Has to be the right colour, otherwise it would just look stupid, won't it? Yes, there's a meteor storm inbound, would you believe? Oh, hello drone. And it's nice and small, the drone as well, so I reckon I could sneak up on someone with it. We do have some sneaky tactics going on. Really good. I might have to do a bit of drilling for this last one. Then again, if I have to drill, then that means probably no one can fit through anyway. So that really doesn't matter. Alright, seems I'm up here. Turn the jet back off. As far as I'm aware, no one's joined yet. It could be that I've just not been paying attention. No, no one has joined. If no one does join in the space of this episode, that's not a problem. We'll still make something of the episode. Of course, we could always just continue this into the next. And in fact, I think from now on, this may just be an open multiplayer survival. So I'd still continue as I was playing survival, but it's just going to be multiplayer as well, which is always good. There's no harm in that. I'll close off this area. For now, I do have plans for this area here. I want to move that big antenna and have some sort of a extension of the station coming this way. And maybe that might be where, because I've put the mess hall at the back, this might be where I might have an extension, continue this idea of these windows like this, and have maybe some sort of accommodation for the crew quarters, something like that. And I think that would be a nice addition. And what might end up happening, which might be a good idea, is it might end up going around like this and then coming back on itself here, which I think would be quite cool. I wonder if we have enough time to work on another drone, but maybe one with the ability to fight back. I could just put maybe some sort of turret or Gatling gun on the front of that, but I think maybe you'd like to see me build one, so I might build one. It doesn't take too long. We do it the way we normally do. We use our assembler to get our pieces together. So we do what we do. We know what we need is small blocks. We want an antenna. I'd say is it 6 thrusters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want this Gatling gun. We want a remote control, a reactor. We don't really need a spotlight or detector. A reactor, thrusters. We have remote control, a camera. We want a camera, most definitely. There. We don't need a cockpit. Beauty of having UAV control. I could give it some heavy armor. I could. I'm not sure about that yet. I think that is it for now. We can always come back and grab what we need. Did I do gyroscope? I don't think I did. We'll do it again anyway. Who cares? Right. So inventory. Pull all this across if I can fit it now from my assembler. 1. I'll try not to count out loud. I do apologise. I do understand that can be quite annoying. Right. Same or similar design to that one up there, but with the added functionality of having a gun on it. So let's get going. What we need is a small ship. Put this down, doesn't matter where because we're going to remove that anyway. Right. And obviously all the while keeping an eye open for, you know, bad people. So we want it down. I'll try and keep in mind what the actual purpose of this is as I'm building it. Obviously I don't want it to not look the part. Alright, we can get rid of that. just going to try something here. I'm going to get all my things on. And you can see how it's going to look. The general idea that to the right is going to be pointing forward. And I'm going to put a reactor on. And that's going to be the first thing I'm going to build is a reactor, because if it starts moving around, I then quickly build them thrusters and it should stop that. So, reactor. And have it pointing so that I can access and put fuel in it. I've made that mistake previously and I don't want to do it again. And a gyro as well will be important to have a gyro there. And go there. Right. Let's start doing that. As you can see, provided you have the resources available, which I do. Oh, and there we go. Uranium. Sorry, that's my stupidity. Of course, I'm not in creative. It's not just going to power without anything, is it? Right, uranium. Let's get 2. And hopefully it will stay still long enough. Where are ya? There you are. Right. Going that way. Just when I had the reactor on. Obviously it's happened to me before. I guess it is good that it does make it important in the order in which you build things. It does take into account the physics of the environment that you work in, which is cool. So you can see we go from a need up, down, forward, backwards, left, right. And now what we want is, I think before we put the remote control on, I'm going to put an antenna. I wonder if I can attach it to that. I don't think I can attach it to that gyroscope, but that's not a problem. I may even put 2 little guns on this, on either side of this here. So I'll tell you what, we'll put our antenna first. It can go on top. Oh no, right. Tell you what. Let me get the blocks. Excuse me. Let me get the blocks I need. Here. I want this. I want the camera. I've got the antenna and everything else I need. So 7. And of course I've shown you in the last drone design that the camera can go on the front of the remote control block. Careful placing your remote control block. It can be confusing as to which way it goes. Right, that slant goes on the top. That little notch faces forward. No, sorry. See, I've got it wrong already. Right, it is that way, is the front. You see that slant on the side? The longest point should be pointing forward. So you have a right angle to the back, and then the pointing forward. That is how it should look as far as I'm aware. Right, so far we've had all the materials, so we've done something right. Camera's going to go on the front of this block here, so 6. That looks like it's the right way around. Here we go. And I believe that is it. Put the gun on. I haven't got any ammunition for it yet. Can't remember what ammunition it takes. The Gatling gun. We'll sort that out in a minute. So this should be very interesting. I've not tried it like this yet, but I want it so that it's not in the way of, there we go, that should be grand. I don't want it to be in the way of the camera or being damaged by the thruster, so we'll see if this works now. Obviously I know I only built enough for one of these. We'll build another one now. Production. Oh, and while we're at it, we'll look at ammunition as well. I believe the ammunition we want is this one, and I do not have magnesium. God damn it. Right. Ah, I do. Screw it. There we go. We should have plenty. Maybe I didn't want to build that many. 10. Maybe 10 in each side. Production, and I want small blocks and just one more of them guns. Please. Simple. Lovely. That was quick enough. I do like that, how you can do that in the assembler. It's very handy. And there's just a couple more things I have to show you what to do before you can assume control of the drone as though it was one of your ships. We'll change his colour as well. We don't want him to be grey. Let's quickly do this. Okay, and hopefully I've chosen the right one now. So we'll do that, and we'll say 10, confirm. I think that means I've chosen the right one. We can have this set up in the future so that it can dock maybe to something and reload. Right now that's not massively important. Like that. Right, this is what we do. I'm going to do it from this panel here. Press K. Oops, missed it. Press K now, and you go to the control panel. Right, we're going to get rid of this antenna. We don't want to be broadcasting. We do want to be broadcasting because we don't want to leave the range, because that's when we lose control of the ship. And we don't want to be showing any names. We don't want to be appearing on anyone's HUD, giving away our location and stuff like that. Camera's fine. View. Now we're going to select all, which I believe is Control. Is it Control A? Yeah. And then transfer ownership. It's on me. It's good, and share of my faction. That's how we want it. We won't be able to control it otherwise. Now you see it's coming up as small ship 8951. Now if we go to info and we change its name to maybe drone fighter, simple enough, we know what it means. Now it's changed to drone fighter up here, which is fine. So when we go into our thing here, and I press K, I should now have drone fighter, drone, and the mining outpost. Click on drone fighter. I go to remote control. I go to control. Now I have access or control over here. Right, he's not shooting yet because I haven't set up his thing, which is fine. Very good. Right. Now what we're going to do is going to go into the control menu, and we're going to not go into the control menu. Yes, we are. Sorry. Camera. View. Oh, this is the view. I think it's a decent view. It doesn't look like the thrust. No, it's not damaging our Gatling turrets in any way. So now G. So we can do this. Move our guns down to here. That's fine. If you want, you can move other stuff down there. Your camera, if you want to view it. If you have more than one camera, yeah, you can set them up here. So you push a button to view backwards or left or right, which could be handy in certain situation. That is that. So this is, and now you can see we have our aim, our turrets. Yeah, let's take a shot at something. Sorry, getting paranoid again. Just me. Unfortunately, no one's joined this episode, but that's not a problem. All that means is that we'll be extra prepared for them when they come next time, when they're faced with a recon drone and a UAV fighter drone to deal with before they even get near us, because we'll know they're coming into the game, and all we've got to do, we go out with the recon, have a little look. Even if they see the recon drone, it doesn't matter. That won't prepare them for this guy. Oh, what should we shoot at? I want to shoot at something. What about this asteroid over here that these meteors have been pummeling for the last God knows how long? 8 episodes. Whoa! Oh, it's got some kick. Oh, I don't know about that. You'd have to... We might need to bolster this drone. If you watch the kick, I'm just going straight forward and it just really pushes me down. But, and it's a bit disorientating as well, because you can't hear the Gatling, because obviously I'm nowhere near it. I'm controlling it from, what was I, 500 meters away at the time. I do think that we've done the business when it comes to that one. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm glad that I had something else to show in the meantime, so I was just waiting for people to join. If you liked, please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you into the next multiplayer Survivor series in episode 9. Take care.